All right, let's try this again. Oh, I'm attempting to find my husband. That's what I was talking about 5 seconds ago. I'm almost positive that he's at Kathy's. Kathy Russell is known throughout Comer. Like we are the neighbors of Kathy Russell. We're not Paul and Ginger Myth. We're the neighbors of Kathy Russell. Pretty sure I hear his quad now. I have no idea where he's going to come out at. I'm assuming he'll come out at this other part where Everest and I usually do our walks. We left Everest at home this time because it's so hot. I was a little afraid. Well, there he is. He's like a big 12-year-old. Literally, like a big 12-year-old. It's like a big 12-year-old.
Hello. Today we're going to do a review on the Greenwood 12 volt 15 gallon spot sprayer, more commonly known as the Harbor Freight spot sprayer. You can see it there. So we're going to open the box here. There's the pump. Oh, it looks like it's already put together. Let me switch this camera around. So it looks like it's all put together, right? It's got the hose. You can see down here's the clip, the pump. There's the power for it. This is just 12 volt. And then I'm assuming the stuff's in here for the different fittings. Yeah. I'm going to switch this around on the stand and take it out. Pretty nice. Just got the trigger. I don't know how long the hose is. I'll have to read the directions, but it's plenty long enough for doing it off a four-wheeler. It's got alligator clips, it looks like, for the battery. and a universal snap-in. I might change this to, because it has like the cigarette lighter 12 volt attachment on the quad, so nothing real fancy with it. Extra clamps. The siphon's already attached, it looks like, for the water. So I guess we'll strap it down and fill it up and go see if we can get spraying with it. Just go grab some straps out of the truck, I think, and just strap it right there. I think that's a good spot. Be right back. So we're gonna run over here real quick, put some water in it. We're gonna test it just to see, one, if it leaks, and two, what the spray pattern is. I don't really want to fool with that with the chemical already in it, you know what I mean? So today's main goal is to kill most of the brush and stuff that's in the parking lot. Come over here to our nice pump house. No.
I'm just taking this thing off.
That's a good idea. And it's got, right here on the side, it's got gallons. We're gonna take it up to about the 14 and a half mark or so.
Oh, did you put the thing on
Not yet. And our backflow preventer's leaking. I got the part to fix it, I just haven't done it yet. But good old spring water, or spring house water is what we're gonna use. So while she's filling it up, I'll take you around inside the pump house, which we did.
All the way up?
On the side there to where it says 14.
Oh, it's leaking a little bit.
Oh,
Oh, it just wasn't.
it's got a drain on the
I got
side
it.
that was leaking. So the stuff we're using is pretty powerful. You can see it's pretty easy to tell where the water is. Yeah, it's probably close. It seems like this would be important that not leak. You don't want chemicals sloshing on you while you're driving.
Right.
So the master driver is gonna take this back over to the shed and we'll put the chemicals in there and
Master driver.
do some hard math about how many ounces per gallon. So for those kids at home, 14 gallons of water, it says you need 7 ounces per gallon. Well, it says 7.4. Let's just round it up, 7.5. We'll say 7.5. So 10 gallons would be 75 ounces. And then half of 75 is about 30. 7.5, so we'll say about 110 ounces. There's 60 some ounces. I got 2 quarts left. That's what's going in there. Back so swing. So here's what we're putting in: vegetation control, RM30, and it works really good. We've had this jug now for over 2 years, and with it not leaking. Well, first let's see what it looks like spraying. Let me set this up on a tripod. All right, so we're gonna plug this in. See what kind of pattern we get. We're not gonna add the chemical yet. We're gonna test it still. So it gets plugged in right here, pretty easy. That's pretty good. I mean, that's spraying. And the pump shuts off when it gets up to pressure, so that's pretty nice. Box, no problem. So that's a good pattern right there. We'll keep that. And then eventually I'm gonna have it to where you can turn a ball valve or something and shut the wand off and then have a a boom sprayer or something back here spraying it out. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how good this works. If this works, I'm not going to try to fix something that ain't broke. So, let's add the vegetation killer. And check local listings. When I bought this one, it was $73 2 years ago, and we were at that store yesterday, and I noticed it was 80 something, 89 maybe, 85. I don't know. Expensive.
How do you know how much?
This is 2 quarts.
You're gonna follow me?
So we're gonna head down here. She's gonna try. Hey, let's spray right here. Let's spray right here and just see what it does. Let me untangle it. You're fine. Go ahead. You want to be out in front of me. So we're going to spray right here, just see. You know. I won't upset nobody to kill this, you know what I mean? And the stuff that I've sprayed before, like it kills it all the way down to the dirt. And it's putting out quite a bit of product there. It's pretty nice, really. So this area right in here is our parking facility. And the goal is to kill all this stuff down to the dirt before we put geotextile and gravel. So we're gonna go back and forth. We'll set up a time lapse or something probably, and we'll just spray this whole area. Drive around there.
Yeah, flip around. You're going around on the other side.
So we just squirted the main parking area, and it's about an acre and a quarter where we just sprayed it. We used half the tank, so next time I'm back here in a couple weeks. We'll see then. And this time I mowed it first with a bush hog to knock it down. Was that a mistake? Maybe, I don't know. But we'll see. So hopefully this is all dirt, and if it is dirt, we'll be box blading it to get the what little bit of topsoil's left on it off. Put it in a pile, and then we'll be ready for geotextile and gravel. So I'll flip it around here. You can see Ginger. She's driving and spraying at the same time. This is the entrance that I'm currently walking out. I'm using the entrance as an exit, so to speak. But in the middle here, you can see through here where the road will be. And then in the middle here between the two, the exit's over there, the next road. We'll be over there in just a second. But this will all be flower beds and, you know, something nice. Kicking the idea around about putting an old tractor in there, old truck or something that says spring house. But yeah, Ginger's doing it right. She's upwind from it. And she just rolls up to the next bush, sprays it, rolls up to the next bush, sprays it. And you can see how much stuff's in it. Yeah. A little over half.
I'm going to be staying back here a little bit. Ooh, that's a little bit jumpy. Sorry about that, folks. You definitely have to have a strong left trigger finger, I guess. Like, Paul's definitely a lot stronger in his forearms than I am, and I'm not as good as driving the quad as he is. Obviously, you saw that in one of the videos where he was like a older 12-year-old. And I keep walking through spider webs and driving through spider webs at that. I'll go over here so you can see him better. And we're just hoping that this sucker works, because man, if it does, that would seriously take a lot of pressure, and time for that matter, off of us. See, he's so much better at the quad than I am turning. I'm just not strong enough to turn that sucker. Not that anybody cares, but if you can see, I already have poison oak. Poison oak. Well, it could be ivy/oak. Who knows? I have scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed. I'm going to be staying back here a little bit. Ooh, that's a little bit jumpy. Sorry about that, folks. You definitely have to have a strong left trigger finger, I guess. Like, Paul's definitely a lot stronger in his forearms than I am, and I'm not as good as driving the quad as he is. Obviously, you saw that in one of the videos where he's like a older 12-year-old. And I keep walking through spider webs and driving through spider webs at that. I'll go over here so you can see him better. And we're just hoping that this sucker works, because man, if it does, that would seriously take a lot of pressure, and time for that matter, off of us. See, he's so much better at the quad than I am turning. I'm just not strong enough to turn that sucker. Oh, and not that anybody cares, but if you can see, I already have poison oak. Poison oak. Poison oak. Well, it could be ivy/oak. Who knows? I have scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed